Send this YouTuber back to making videos. Nah, I love Gonz. I also love his videos. He's got a weird, funny way of like speaking and like doing his humor. It's almost hitting dry humor, but at the same time he's got enough expression in his voice so it's not dry at all.
What the hell?
Yikes!
We got Jut in the crowd.
Yo, Fusion Invasion, please. As we started off, Wolf versus Mr. Game and Watch.
All right, going for hand warmers.
Yes.
Or, okay, maybe that's just a star neutral. All right, great fair dash attack.
I think they were trying to manipulate the RNG for side B so he didn't get clapped at the opening gambit. And yeah, immediate up B at the slightest sign of danger. You can't really punish it.
Oh, Kelvin tags are, all right, there we go. Yeah, they were flipped for a second.
Yeah, unless you have a dimensional cape up smash.
Yeah, Lemontea needs to watch his jump-ins because like he had lead and then he jumped into Gonz and Gonz just did like Mr. Game things.
Mr. Game Things.
Yeah,
I'm going to start calling it that now.
Yo, the long-lasting chair. He's like, sit down, sir.
Great parry on the down tilt, but he does have his double jump. Wow, up B's high in order to bait out the Gonz.
If he was dead, if he did not do that high.
Yeah, if he
got to do it again,
he would have gotten him. I'm really loving Lemontea's mix-ups right now because like he's only taking weak punishes, whereas like had he side B both times, he would have taken a strong punish, which would have killed him.
God, Gonz is the only Game & Watch I know who utilizes down tilt in his neutral. It's actually very interesting.
Yeah. It lingers and and you can just kind of like throw it out sometimes.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's because normally like people always complain. It's like, oh, down tilt whiffs because it only hits grounded. But it's like he's able to use it in spots where it's like he knows it's going to work, and if not, it's gonna scare the opponents thinking it's gonna work.
I feel like also something else Lemontea can be doing is once he takes lead, he needs to start moving camping because he's trying to camp him traditionally, like with like nairs, anti-air nairs, and neutral Bs, and you can't really camp Gonz like that. You need to wait for Gonz to swing, and then you whiff punish the swing.
It's just very hard because most people don't really know how to like actually whiff punish this character.
This character is not fun to face.
Yeah.
But I feel like Wolf has an easier time than most characters, though.
Wolf, and I would personally say Bowser as well. It's like once you realize what you can and can't punish, and like what isn't like really punishable on Game & Watch, it becomes a breeze. You still have to worry about getting combo to like 100%, but it's like
that's what I was saying. I was like, with Bowser, it's kind of
but it's like
rough in the beginning.
It's rough in the beginning, and then it's like once the growing pains finally settle in, it's like it's a fun matchup.
Oh yeah.
I love this matchup.
Yeah, I feel like the more like defensive characters with good up close options do really well versus Game & Watch. Because like they can both kind of force him to approach and then outspace him.
I mean, his approach isn't terrible because he's got Franklin still, but it's more so like just being able to outrange and like interrupt him while he still has his hitboxes active.
Yeah.
So that's why characters like ZSS with like big limbs and will just stare up, ignore whatever Game & Watch wants to do.
Nah, you're not the air dodge to that ledge, man. That he's gonna be taking 3% like that all the time.
It's not terrible.
Right,
that's a good
punish.
That was a great punish right there. He did not let that rock.
Hey, Gonz called out the back air.
Ooh, catching him out with the
barely
dash
lives.
attack.
He didn't jump high enough to catch it. Bye, Dios mío, that down throw.
Oh.
And the last hit in air.
He really tried to get him with that DI mix-up, though. Seeing how, like, what is it? All the animations for all his grabs are pretty much the same, so it's kind of really hard to, like, pick which direction you're going.
Yeah.
All I will say is down throw is his only real kill throw besides up throw afterwards. So it's like he wasn't really, he knew it was not going to be left or right, so it was either going to be down or up.
Yeah.
And if he held up, he probably would have killed himself, but.
Ooh, here we go. Nair train going on here.
Yeah, the only thing Gonz can hope for is, like, maybe, like, to use that mental game against Lemontea and then go for like a forward throw and hope that he missed DI so bad that
I was
he
wondering why he air dodged the first time instead of just straight up being and then trying to drift, but he learned the second time, but took a bit too much percent. Nah, that nair was lazy.
Oh,
one
that back air though.
One thing I hope Gonz knows about this matchup is that you can actually duck under Wolf's lasers. So it's actually pretty cool sometimes when you just throw that out and you can get him with like a random fair.
Oh, I love
random at tilt.
Yeah. I love that fair. He went into Lemontea and then drifted back out so that the bomb landed right behind him. And then while he was still stuck in shield stun, just jab.
You can actually do jab on to up B as as what's it called? As
jumps away,
Ooh,
and nope.
I knew it was coming to come out a second time.
Yeah.
Really good way to take that stock from Gonz. All right, so game 2. What do you think?
like Lemontea was doing really good, but it feels like for the most part he's playing at a slight deficit the entire game.
He is. He's honestly trying to figure out this matchup. I don't think he knows the ins and outs. He just knows enough towards like I know what to punish and what not to punish. But as far as like how Game & Watch really traps you and how he interacts with you in neutral and when he's like aggressing onto you, he's playing it by ear. And he's just using whatever Wolf does to the best he can and hoping that's enough to win.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately wasn't enough for game 1, but we'll see if he took some data and is able to adjust.
Oh yeah, he's like slightly overextending, but he's starting to use that playstyle of like using his movement rather than his option. Wow, he's dead that early. Gonz, all right. That was Lemontea. Like, for a second I thought it was Gonz popping off a little bit for killing him that early, but it was Lemontea because I saw movement out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah, he was just scratching his health.
I love that follow-up so much. Up B into follow-up with your Nair, but you get the single hit, and after that you can just go into more damage.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling. It's probably like the only swag thing you can do with Game Watch.
That jab does not push him back. That's actually not okay.
It's because you're at the ledge. A lot of jabs don't do that. So that's why you have to SDI away to actually fall out.
Yeah.
As soon as you start getting hit, so you can try to hope to go for ledge. But it's a little harder for Wolf because his recovery is less than desirable in most cases. And that would just be a death sentence.
Is this best of 5 or no? This is best of 3.
This is
Best of 3, sadly. Until we finally hit until we hit finals.
Yep.
And he needs to get an S smash or something. Because like Gonz is really running away with this. Once he took that first stock, it was like the ball was in Gonz's court.
Gonz is really reserving on his up Bs now, if you guys notice. Like the last game, he was doing him like a maniac, but now he's like carefully up Bing now.
Wow, the chair.
If that makes sense.
Pulling out dusty carpet to defend him.
Yes. One of my favorite F tilts in this game, man.
Yeah, it's lingers, it's super strong, and he knew
Disjointed.
after the forward smash that
Lemontea was gonna press a button.
He was gonna press a button because that forward smash is safe. So he wanted to press his advantage and try to get him to like be passive about it. He's like, no, I'm gonna challenge it since I have the lead. But
nice patience by
soccer
Lewis.
kick sends it through the uprights. It is good.
All right, so he is at 0%. So like, it's
no.
Wolf. So maybe he can do something with it. Oh, heal. All right, he heals one,
got
but
his
he
apples.
takes the
Oh, he
effort.
doesn't want the apples, man. He's just going on. Oh my god.
Oh, he gets a down throw. Mashes
nice
out before the
smash.
S smash, but mashes laser, so he gets punished on the laser. Tries to back air the up B. No.
Gonz was trying to go for double up air there, but for some reason Nair came out. Probably a misinput. Ooh.
And I love how Gonz
missed
is
your
using.
game.
Yeah.
This might be it. Oh, I thought he was gonna. I think he was trying to go for raw bear there. He probably got fair and was a little bit confused. Nice.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of times where Lemontea is pressing a button after he shields.
Yeah.
Was like,
He's just constantly getting anti-aired, whether it be by rising Nair, up B out of shield. And Gonz is just great at using that. And what happened in the first game was that like Lemontea started figuring out like, oh, I can chase after this up B with like double jump up air if I commit to it. And so Gonz is like, all right, I see this. I'm not gonna give it to you. Oh, are you gonna die to a jab?
No.
You're
The
not.
jab
You're not
really close. Though.
You're not Bowser Jr.
That
But
was actually really good DI by Lewis's part. That would definitely have killed if that was any other DI.
yeah,
that Nair though, that's going to kill.
Good match by these two guys.
Yeah.
Very good match.
Mr. Game pulling out the poggers fish.
Yeah, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I just need like whenever Game & Watch does his bell pose, it's just like a small banner that says subscribe to Gonz's YouTube channel.
Oh God, no.
Every single time. So it's like, oh man, GG's. By the way, check subscribe to my YouTube channel.